Ready? Yep. Oh, jeez. That's nuts.
Oh, nice little punch in the back.
It's sick. Instant. Hello, everyone. You join me here today in a 2024 Lucid Air Grand Touring. And we have the Stealth Edition package here. We have the metal roof on this particular one. And we're going to go take it on a huge, very fun media drive today with the entire Lucid lineup, including the Pure, the Grand Touring, as well as the Sapphire up in Bear Mountain in upstate New York. And I'm very excited. So I'm going to get to drive this Touring up there, and hopefully we'll have to experience the entire lineup when we get up there. We've had a lot of time in the Lucid Air, so I'm sure you guys on my channel are very familiar with these wonderful electric sedans, but I'm back in the Grand Touring, one of my favorites of the Air. But it's really going to be interesting to drive without the glass canopy surrounding you. I think I actually kind of like this more visor style experience that we have in the Air Grand Touring with this metal roof. We have a kind of a black on black on black combo here. We have the Stealth package, we have a black exterior with the darker interior theme here, which is really gorgeous of a space. And let's head out on the drive. So before we head out, guys, here, Lucid has kind of lent us a water bottle. You can check out this nice interior here of the Air. Again, really gorgeous space. We have all of our stuff set. We have our navigation is set with waypoints in here, so we don't really need to worry about that navigation system in terms of Apple CarPlay and stuff. And we're gonna go head out on the drive now. So before I get lost, I'm gonna go follow everyone else and just check out how this interior space is without the metal, without the glass you have. I actually still quite like it. You have a lot of headroom, a lot of great visibility as well. So let's go head out on a drive and enjoy the gorgeous scenery of Bear Mountain. So you can join me here in the Lucid Air Grand Touring, now in New York City traffic, which we were actually in before, back in November in the Lucid Air Grand Touring Performance. We're just cruising through traffic here, heading out into the highways, and as always, the Air is so comfortable even in traffic conditions. It can get you around town very quietly, comfortably. You have a one-pedal driving function as well, nice soft air circulation around us. And I have to say today, especially in the summer, not having the giant glass canopy is a lifesaver because it can get so hot in the interior sometimes with that glass canopy, even though it has UV coatings and everything. So I actually appreciate having the metal roof today. We're gonna go try to get through traffic now, so hopefully we'll make it, and I will update you guys soon.
Take the exit.
Okay guys, you join me out here on the Palisades Parkway on part of our trip. We are using the Lucid Adaptive Cruise Control right now, not the full dream drive we are waiting on. That's gonna really be a full hands-off kind of driving experience, but for now it is fantastic. And you know, the Air continues to be a super comfortable vehicle, especially on highways out in road trips, and it even impresses most in terms of efficiency as well, as that is its hallmark. Of course, we have the Grand Touring model, so pretty much one of the most powerful Lucid Airs you can get right now, other than that near $200,000 plus Lucid Air Sapphire. And it's pretty easy to just override the adaptive cruise control if you need to. Pop out of that setting. You can turn it on and off for it very easily with the buttons on the left hand side of the steering wheel to return to your more traditional Lucid gauge cluster. And we're still driving in the smooth mode, which is not full power for the Grand Touring. As you step up to Swift, you're going to unlock more power, and then go to Sprint, you're going to unlock even more power. So you have a lot of different power levels you can kind of access within the Lucid Air, and oh boy, they are fun to play around with, and they all work quite well. And each mode is going to reduce that regenerative braking effect as well as while you're driving. So really interesting to kind of play around with those modes, and you can do all this while having an incredible amount of seat adjustment. You can turn on your massage for your seats for a whole bunch of different settings, as well as the intensity. So you have the options here to really enjoy yourself while driving the Lucid. You have heated and ventilated seats on. You have all those nice luxury features, and their software has improved so much. Even just when I drove the vehicle back in November, it feels quicker, more refined, more powerful. Oh my gosh. And the speed of the Air will always catch you by surprise, because it's just pure insanity how fast it can be. So we have our navigation preset actually by Lucid, so thank you guys for doing that. Nice waypoint style navigation setup here, and it's estimated we'll have 390 miles of range on our arrival at our destination, which is frankly nuts, just because we already have so much range on the vehicle. So again, impressive efficiency stuff out of the Lucid team, so love to see that here. You can see we have our nice little side menu here. We can kind of access a few different controls, which are kind of cool, as some of them are actually only available while we are parked, which is a nice touch. So we have around 32.8 miles left on this trip, 38 minutes. We should arrive there at around 12, just past noon today. So I'll keep you guys updated on this drive, but so far, and as always, so much fun with the Lucid Air Grand Touring. I can't wait to drive this up some mountain roads. Okay guys, we're up here now on the Northern Palisade Parkway, heading closer to our destination over at Bear Mountain, and we can really have a little more open time with the Air Grand Touring out on these roads. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day. It's giving us some navigation there. It is a gorgeous day out here today, so really fortunate to be able to drive these cars, taking advantage of some of the nice water Lucid has provided us with. And I was just kind of playing around with some of the infotainment stuff in here, and everything I've been just going through is just so much quicker, crisper, less and or no lag whatsoever compared to the Lucid Air Grand Touring Performance, which is no longer in production, that I drove back in November. So just for example here, we have our map and navigation up there. If I wanted to bring it down here, I just quickly drag it down here. It's so smooth and quick now. There was a little bit of some glitch in the UI when kind of dragging that down there. So that's one thing I did notice actually, just driving it off this quick back. Really improved animations and stuff in the infotainment system. Same thing goes with opening the screen, swiping it open. It's even quicker than it was before, and easier to swipe down as well. So it responds to those touch inputs much easier than it did before. Same thing goes with this. This has never been an issue. The multi-touch on this display, especially with the navigation, really nice, gorgeous, crisp motions, very Tesla-like in that sense. We can quickly pull up our waypoints and our routes right here on this trip system as well. We can just throw it right back up there and don't have to see it anymore either. So I love that versatility, and you can do that with various different displays as well. And I was kind of just relearning the Air, getting back in it again, finding out my different drive modes, what I like, how I want my seats, how I want my interior ambient lighting, and just accent lighting themes as well, charging information, massaging, all that fun stuff. I'm just kind of getting to relearn again, getting back in the Air. So it's a wonderful experience. I actually am also very much appreciating, as I mentioned earlier on this drive, this the metal roof option. It's even quieter in here actually with this metal roof option versus the glass canopy, which again, very quiet. It's a gorgeous looking glass canopy, especially with the ambient light strip running above you. But I actually really like this as well, and I'm honestly not missing the glass canopy so much. And believe it or not, I'm pretty sure about this, but I believe the metal roof actually improves your aerodynamic efficiency of the Air ever so slightly, but it does improve it. I think just the sleeker nature of the metal is a little bit more aerodynamic than the surface of the glass. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that is what we have here, which is pretty impressive. So we have just around 4.2-ish miles to get to our destination, a 6-minute drive. We've traveled 41.9 miles, and we still have around 381 miles on our arrival. I'm gonna stop my massage here, and we're gonna go head off to our exit. Maybe sprint mode for a second. We do have to confirm an entering sprint activation mode that you actually want to be in it.
Take the first exit at the traffic circle.
And we will be pretty close to our destination quite soon. And now that we are in sprint mode, this is where you kind of unlock the full power, over 800 horsepower of this Air Grand Touring. And oh boy, is it a lot of power. And the best part about it is that you don't have to worry about elevation changes like up here in the mountains. In some vehicles, such as naturally aspirated cars, you're going to see some reduced power numbers with the reduced amount of oxygen. But here, it's electric. You don't really have to worry about that. And you have all of that 800-ish horsepower on time. Oh, I missed that. That's one thing about this car that you will never get tired of. And the fun part about it is that it's not a straight line performance vehicle. I mean, it is, but it has really solid, proper handling bones here. And I've mentioned this in the variety of Airs that I've driven. It's just an amazing experience to be able to be in something so quick in a straight line, but can take a turn like a proper sports sedan. Feel planted, feels sturdy, and has really great steering rack as well that's still able to provide some feedback actually to you in an electric vehicle, which honestly is not super common in these modern day high-tech vehicles. So we're almost at our destination here, and stay tuned for some pretty awesome content because we're going to be able to drive the entire Air lineup. I'll try to do some side footage as well for those. But this has been a really wonderful experience, and if I have not thanked them enough already, thank you guys over at Lucid for having me out on this driving event here today. All right, cool. So Lucid Air Sapphire up in the mountains. Let's head off. There we go. Cyclist. One cyclist on that side. Ready, foot on the brake here. Foot down, launch mode activated, and let's go. Well guys, you join me now in the third or fourth Lucid I've driven today. We are in a Grand Touring again, though this one is a more luxurious specification. We don't have the stealth package. We also happen to have a much brighter interior theme. This is pretty much the same interior theme that I had back in the Grand Touring Performance that I had to test back in November. So how is this wonderful driving experience today with Lucid?
1,100 feet, take the third exit at the traffic circle onto Bear Mountain Traffic Circle.
Well, frankly, today has been a fantastic experience. We really got to drive the entire Lucid lineup from the Pure
Take the third exit at the traffic circle.
From the Pure to the Touring to the Grand Touring, and of course, a special experience of being able to just be in and drive the Lucid Sapphire, the $200,000 plus hyper super SUV, whatever you want to call it. And you can really feel how each individual
now take
Lucid
the exit towards Central Valley.
Oh, this navigation's a little bit annoying.
After 2.5 miles,
still fun too. You really are able to feel how different each Lucid Air is across the lineup. They're all tuned in their own way. Of course, that we got in the Pure, that rear-wheel drive entry-level version of the Lucid Air. And you know, I say entry-level with a grain of like sand there, because it's such a fantastic vehicle for that $69,000 price point, the 400 plus miles of range, 430 horsepower, and having it be rear-wheel drive is such a unique experience in the Lucid Air that it feels like a proper luxury sports sedan. It drives so well. And a little bit of a fun tidbit that I learned tonight is that the Lucid Air Pure rear-wheel drive, the entry-level version, and that top-end Sapphire version were kind of co-developed in the same time frame, and there's a lot of unique software similarities between the two that are not shared with other Lucid Air models. So in terms of traction and stability control stuff, they've kind of, and torque vectoring, they kind of tuned those in, I wouldn't say directly in tandem, but there's a lot of shared software bits and components between the two, which is really interesting. Of course, that Sapphire Extreme, top of the end performance vehicle, let me tell you something, that thing is a serious machine. Best handling and best driving car ever driven, yes. I mean, it's incredible the amount of performance that thing's able to do with the the weight of battery packs, how they were able to manage everything. It kind of just goes behind your head, and you really become so focused on the driving experience of the Sapphire that it's amazing. And then you get into something like this Grand Touring and the Pure, you got the massaging, cooled, not as aggressively bolstered seats, you have the nice leather steering wheel, you have that nice, calm, smooth ride that you experience in the Lucid Air lineup. It's just an amazing diversity of products within the same car, the same chassis of lineup. It's really impressive. And I mentioned this in some of the reviews and some of the stuff I've done with Lucid in the past, and as well as just in some of the videos from today, Lucid has a lot of stuff coming. You know, I think some people overlook some of these EV startups as being like, oh, you know, it's just an EV start. No, Lucid's a very serious brand. They have the teams. They have a fantastic teams working in their engineering, design, UX design, and they're only expanding bigger and bigger. And that Gravity SUV is going to take all of this fantastic formula that we now have currently in the Air and put it into a really impressive SUV style package, that something only Lucid can deliver. And I truly mean something only Lucid can deliver, because there's nothing on the market even close to what the Lucid Gravity is going to be. Not even the Model X is like what the Lucid Gravity is going to be. So, you know, if you're on the fence about some of these newer EV startups brand, we can see Rivian has been seeing massive success, and Lucid is about to get even more successful, I think, with some of the stuff they have coming. And you don't have to trust me on that one. Nonetheless, I want to thank a huge thanks out to Lucid today for sending us on this amazing drive up through Bear Mountain and their entire product lineup, and especially for bringing out that Sapphire. I'm really happy I'm able to even share that experience with you guys as well. And now we're heading back into Manhattan on our hour-long drive into city traffic, on some highways, getting to relax in the Lucid Air, and we still have 43% on this particular battery. It's been ripping around mountain roads all day long, and we're still going strong on range. We have 150 miles range left at our arrival point. Not now, when we arrive an hour away in 42 miles, which is really impressive. So anyways, guys, I want to send you off. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, stay tuned for more coming on Allcarnews. Cheers.